What's up? Hello, good guys. How are you doing? Welcome to my today's video. My good name is Kamanja_KE, and this is my good channel. A channel where you are supposed to be, where you are supposed to take your space, get seated, and listen to what is exactly happening back here in the village. Guys, got some good news for you. New drama loading up. Koherasnr has made a final declaration. Koherasnr has actually made a final declaration. Guys, before I give you the good story, kindly, if you are very new here, take your time, visit my channel, show me your generosity by actually subscribing to my channel, share me out, help me grow, and God is going to bless you. This is a very entertaining actually channel, a very entertaining, very educative, very informative, where I do my own analysis, I give out my own opinions, and people outside there call it reaction. So welcome and feel most welcome. And for my good guys, my good pillars, people have been supporting me, I take this opportunity to tell you that God loves you most, and I love your support, and I always appreciate your support to me. So guys, direct to the main story. Coera is not giving up. Coera has made a final declaration. But before that declaration, he had to insult and abuse one of one of my colleagues in these streets. And that is what I'm actually I want to talk about before we see Coera making a final declaration. Guys, feel most welcome. This is where you're supposed to be. Don't fail to watch the ads. Watch this video from the start to the end.
Mache was taken by surprise to know that I am Marwa's father, because he is reaping from Marwa. He is always pretending to be Marwa's close friend. He is always maybe begging Marwa. He is always against me. But let me tell you, Mr. Mach, that without me there will be no Marwa. That is my son. Marwa is my son, like it or not. Why are you so bitter? Why are you so bitter about that? Marwa is my biological son, blood. That is why I had actually advised you to tell your brother there, whom we call in Kikuria, I'm tourist. Tourist is someone who only opens the internet, reads the internet, and then later on he will go back to his home. So that's why I was advising you. In fact, that is why you are so bitter. Just find out. Don't just cry. Why are you crying for things which are not yours? Mara is not your son. Mara is my son. I am also told that at night you snore so much. You really snore. You snore and you bring out a very big sound, like a canter which is climbing the Nyanchwa hills, carrying the ballast. You pollute the bedroom. You have a very big exhaust pipe whereby you produce a lot of black smoke, and even your wife sometimes runs away. And you also look, why don't you also give us your one son so that we can see? You look also docile. You are behaving like a castrated he-goat. Why are you so bitter about the Coera? Huh? Don't you know that? Don't you know that those are my children? What does Coera want? That Coera is shame. Shame on what? How can you be shameful on your children?
Coera. Where did you see these errors, Coera? Coera, are you the one who is supposed to be very shameful? Or is David Omaje from Uganda, Kampala? Who is supposed to be very shameful here? A grandfather, somebody elderly at your age, going one-on-one like you want to go abuse each other. I thought you were supposed to be here, and I've been always telling you, wisen your age. Be wise to your age. You are not supposed to do this. That is going too low, Mr. Coera. You are telling Omaje to be very shameful. Hey, for what? Guys, how many fathers do we have around here? Do they go out like clinging to one of their sons? This is my son. This is my son. This is my son. Show us your other sons. Coera, give us your other sons. Let us talk about your other sons. If you are challenging Omaje to bring out one of his sons, then bring your other sons. Coera, bring your other sons. Omaje is not your age. And for your information, Omaje is not from Kisii. Why should you expose yourself? Why should you expose your hate to the Kisii community? We are here. We are here. Kindly come to us. Let us tell you what we are really made of. Coera, are you getting me? We are here. In fact, I'm here at Nyabohanse. Don't be fighting with Omaje, who is somewhere else, like Kampala, very far away from Nyabohanse. I am here. Come to Nyabohanse. Do it. Let me give you a lecture, Mr. Koherasnr. And this lecture is just a reminder. I'm reminding you, Koherasnr. Let me remind you of one thing. Being a father is different from being a responsible father. Just fathering. Every person, every Tom, Dick, and Harry can do it. But did you ever come to where you are supposed to play a father figure, a father role, where you are nowhere to be seen? You've been crying here, like, oh, somebody snatched my wife, oh, somebody did this, oh, my dear, who? You've been doing a lot of things. You've been crying. You are proving to be very desperate for this Madam Esther. You are proving to be very desperate for this one and only son who has made it in life. Where are your other sons, if I may ask? Where are your other sons? Before you give me that answer, let me tell you why you are going too low and why you are actually abusing yourself. You are abusing your own son. Koherasnr, have you decided to leave your teaching profession? Like a teacher will always drive a teacher, like I am. Have you decided not to? Have you decided not to die a teacher? An honorable teacher, a person who is supposed to be remembered. Do you want us to remember you like that desperate person who came into these streets and became very desperate and proved to us that he was really a deadbeat father? I don't wish you to that extent. This is what I'm wishing you. I'm wishing you to wisen up. Be wise to your age and be wise to yourself. Now, you've turned to be a rumor monger, very abusive, a very you lack some sense, so you are a nonsensical human being. Who are you, Coera? Like you, somebody of your age, you are not even afraid. You are not even ashamed of yourself when you come here and tell us oh, Omaje, you snore too much in bed. Have you ever gone to Omaje's bedroom? Has he ever called you? Now that you want to go personal with Omaje, don't you think that you are falling into a pit that Omaje was talking about? And whom do you think is going like to get you off that pit? Because Omaje never meant really that you actually fell into a pit. And because you are lame, we are all lame here. We are all lame. Yeah? Because you are lame and he was laughing at you and you think he was just laughing at you. No, he was telling you the direction you guys you're following, you might be falling into a pit and nobody is going to come to your rescue. That is it. But now, as old as you are, somebody who has seen so much in this world, you are still crying for somebody who has already moved on. Madam Esther will never come back to you. Even if it was formal, even if the marriage was formal and everything, it was a customary marriage. Madam Esther has moved on. She will never come back to you. Get me very much correct. She will never come back to you. It's high time, even if you are declaring. And I'm wondering, this is one guy who is declaring and telling us here, my final declaration. Omaje, let me tell you with your people that all those kids are mine. Those are my children. Who told you? Were you not the other day who was denying Winnie that Winnie is not your biological daughter? Now, where does he come from? Where is it coming from that now Winnie is becoming your child? From what angle? Tell me from what angle, Mr. Coera. Now, Coera, you're missing a point here. You've been talking about Marwa. Now, some other times we ask you, why can't you even claim about David Jr.? Why can't you claim about T. Mwango? Tell us, have you ever seen Winnie's daughter, like your granddaughter? Have you ever seen? You've been making runs from the fence. You've been crying from the fence. You want to come to Nyabohanse and actually inherit everything that is there, wishing that Mr. Undari goes back to Kisi. Hey, who told you? You've been singing about this song too much. Go back to a corner. Go back to Nyamaya. Where your two sons are languishing. Nobody's languishing there. Those guys are living well. Let me remind you today, they are living well. They are doing their own things, their own stuff, their own way. They are living well. And who told you that he abandoned this family? Who told you that he never goes there? Who told you? Guys, at your age, you are now supposed to cheat. Like, I wonder, and I'm pitying the kind of grandchildren you have at home and what morals you teach them. You've never shown us any of them. Even your sons and your daughters, you've never shown us any of them. Let us see, actually, does they behave like Marwa? Yes. Claiming that Marwa is like, is your son, take me to the DNA. Nobody's gonna take you there. Because the only thing that we determines a father is the roles of a father in a family. Something that you failed big time those days. You are not going to rejuvenate yourself and say like, oh, now I'm a father. What things like, what if God takes us and gives us back the hands of time? Guys, you are a regrettable human being. Even Madam Esther, I know, regrets meeting you at one point of her life. And you've proved to be like tormenting, coming after Madam Esther, thinking that Madam Esther gonna be transferring you all the way from Nyabasi, Korea East to Nyabohanse. Live in that villa where Marwa has built. Live in that beautiful homestead where Marwa and the family have actually struggled to put up. I don't want to call that where you live is pathetic. No, I don't want to go to that extent. But the truth is, you are proving to be a very desperate human being, a very desperate African man, a very desperate old man who lacks some. Yes, you lack being wise. You are doing a great mischief to your age, Mr. Coera Sr. How I wish you get me correct. I don't like being like going direct to you and coming hard on you, like abusing you. Me, I don't abuse. I want to tell you the truth, and I want to drive this point home where you are, so that you take it and take it once and for all. For me, like now, at my age, where I believe that Marwa is also of my age, as much as my parents might be like claiming I'm their own, I have also sons who are going to claim that that is my father. And if I do something nasty, if I do something wrong against these sons of mine, and I want to assure you, at no point these guys are going to recognize me. The same thing I know Mara will never and never in this world and in his life recognize you. Even when you are dead, he won't. That is what I want to tell you. Because you were not there when he was like, when he needed you most. You were not there. Now, he is there. And when you are very desperate, you feel like Mara is supposed to come off Nyabohanse and come to Nyabasi and help me. Guys, can I ask this guy a question? Is it proper you reap where you never sowed? Tell me, is it proper that you want to reap now from where you never like wanted to sow? Kohera Senior. If you are really senior, of which I'm doubting, you might be senior just because of age. But upstairs, Kohera Senior, you sound very mature. You sound very mature. You are keeping on like, I told you, if you are wise enough, sometimes you ignore. If David Omaje has been like joking and coming after you, you are not supposed to like answering him. Why do you answer? So you are proving to us that you can also play children's games. You can also become a kid. You can also become a joker. No, not a joker, but a rumor monger. Mm-hmm. Now you are sailing in the same boat of your boys in Nyabohanse, the so-called the bedroom bullies. People can follow people into their bedrooms. Now from Nyabasi, Coera East, you take a bus, I don't know, to Eldoret. From Eldoret to Busia, Busia Malaba, Kampala. To Kampala, you look for David Omaje, and you want to feel like, how is Omaje like sleeping in his bedroom? And you say, hey, Omaje keeps on like farting. And that is what you call pollution. Guy, I pity your English teacher at those times. That is what you refer to us as farting. But for you, somebody of your age, making such a claims, then it is very stupid, very foolish of you, Mr. Kohera Sr. You are not supposed to be like talking that. I've not heard like David Omaje talking so much about you. But making such a stupid jokes for you is not making sense anymore in these streets. Even your good family is going to laugh at you. Where were you making this video from? Was your wife there? Were your kids there? It was during halftime. Were your children there? Did they hear you talking about it? Or where do you go and close yourself? Like you do it from a closed place? Are you fearful? Are you fearing people that what you are doing is bad? Coera Senior. Coera Senior. Coera Senior. How many times have I called you? I've been calling you so many times, but you have not been getting me. If you have to get me one of these fine days, tell one of your dogs in Nyabohanse to give you a very good introduction of myself. so that you can start like coming after me. And actually, you're going to get it, what you are looking for. Stay away from the Kisi community. We are proud sons of the Kisi community. And that is also a proud son of a Kisi community. Leave us and give us the respect that we need, because we respect you too much. If you are asleep and somebody passed with your wife, took away, because he actually presented a good offer that you were not able to present, what is wrong? Why do you regret that you never did what you were supposed to do? Take off from Nyabohanse, leave Nyabohanse, go back to Nyabasi, start new dramas in Nyabasi. Coming to Nyabohanse to make drama, we don't want. We are tired and fed up with your dramas. Every day, every now, in anything you talk, you must talk, oh, you don't know those are my sons. You don't know those are my children. So whom do you want to know? Whom do you want that should come to your help? Why can't you come now? Come to Nyabohanse if you've decided. That is your final declaration, guys. Come to Nyabohanse. Pick everything that you feel it's yours to Nyabasi. Let us see if it is going to fit in that crazy village where you're coming from. Let us see, and let us actually see. Like, you are not even abusing Umaje alone. Look at Mura's age and your age. Mura is a young girl, a young lady. At your age, you might be like calling her your granddaughter or your youngest daughter, if you're actually like, you delayed in giving birth. Not giving birth, but you delayed in just seeding, yeah? And why do you come all the way? Remember, you are the person who came here and said like, with your another dog from Nyabohanse, I don't know, Mura borrows clothes from a grandmother to come and shoot videos. Who told you? Why are you not going too low? As ever that Mura come to these streets and started abusing you, what we do is not abusing you. We are not insulting you. We are telling you this is the way. Old man, don't behave like a toddler. Behave like yourself. You behave like your age. I have things that I will regret doing at a given age. Like, I want you to understand that what you are doing is regrettable. What you are doing proves you to be a very desperate human being. Yeah? Leave alone what you're doing. And let us actually let us see the old age working in you. Let us see the old age working in you. So guys, that is not enough. Now let us see what he is always telling us. Oh, my dear Esther, my dear War. Let us see if this guy is always doing this, or is always doing clickbait, or is just doing to fool his people. Let us actually get him correct from this given clip again.
Huh? Don't you know that? Don't you know that those are my children? What does Coera want? That Coera is shame. Shame on what? How can you be shameful on your children? Huh? You are a kind of a woman who, when you pretend that you are being beaten by a husband, you cry so loud when you are in the real sense beating the husband. I know you. The way you look, M-Pesa, at the end of the video. So may I say that I'm putting a number here, which belongs to my wife, Sarah, because I was advised that I should not use WhatsApp. I put a private number if in case you are willing to support me. That number belongs to my wife, Waisiko Kiangwe. And in case you feel like supporting Coera, the gift will come to her number. Yeah, she's my closest friend and a lovely one.
Those, you see, Coera is making so many grave mistakes. Coera is making so many grave mistakes in his life. Abusing Omaje, that is not enough. He is also after Mura. What does Mura, like, what has Mura done to you? Why should you, like, why can't you play games people of your age play? Maybe you're gonna be playing those games one of these fine days. I don't know when. I wish that you're gonna be playing those games. Now, how many days and how many times this guy, Koherasnr, has come into these streets telling us about his dear Esther, my dear Esther, my beloved Esther. Things are not good here. Coera, who told you and who advised you that in any video, in anything that you do, at the end of the day, you must beg? Why do you prove yourself to be very desperate? You want to beg? That you advised me that it is not good. I'm going to put a private number that whoever wants to come through, your contributions are welcome. Coera, surely. We know we make our own mistakes in life. Sometimes we are not financially like disciplined. If your own people, your own fans, your fanatics have like discovered that you are not financially disciplined, and that is why they want to channel anything they want to come through with, anything they want to help you with, to a different number, a number that belongs to your wife Sarah. They are not even like believing in you. They think that you can misuse the mega things they are going to send you, like in building your mega project, the pit latrine. And that's why they advised you. They never advised you that, oh, because you cannot. They don't send money through WhatsApp. My good Coera, who told you that money is sent through WhatsApp? Maybe they want to chat with you through WhatsApp and do something to you and tell everything that to you. But they advised you, before you give us that public number of yours, kindly give us your wife's number, because we want to take care of your wife, not you. We want your wife to take care of those kids, not you. We want your wife to take care of that pit latrine, not you. It's because they have known who you are. Maybe you are very extravagant. I don't know. Maybe I've told you, you are financially indisciplined. You are not financially disciplined. Yeah, that is what I can tell you. And that's why they have decided, like, no, you give us your wife's number. And I want to ask you, why have you been like after Madam Esther? I thought like, hey, you love Madam Esther. Now, can you send it to Madam Esther so that he will come, or she's going to come back home and build a pit latrine? I thought you were to give them Madam Esther's number. I thought you have Madam Esther's number. That is what I thought you were to give them, because you've been disturbing us in these streets every now and then, like, Madam Esther, oh, Madam Esther, Madam Esther, oh, you are my wife, you belong to me. I thought you were to give that number to Esther. Now you are telling us you have a beloved one called Sarah. Now, if you have Sarah, what is the big deal? Why do you want Madam Esther? Why do you talk about Madam Esther? Tell us, why do you always talk about Madam Esther every now and then, and you have your own Sarah? Why can't you keep on with your Sarah? Forget about everything. Let Mr. Undari talk about Madam Esther. Period. And you are here declaring to us that, oh, those are my children. Children, my foot. Guys, You know, even in Kenya, what people are doing, those communities that were fully involved in gaining Kenya's independence, those are the main communities that you see in the hands of power. The same case, the man who has taken care of these children, the man who has taken care of Madam Esther all his life and all her life, is purely and in the right course. That is the main man. Au wengine ni sherehe za kuigiza, like you are just but a drama. You are just but a scripted father, and you are proving to the world that really I'm a scripted father. Why should you shame yourself? Now become very shameful. You, Mr. Coera, be shameful from today. And I want to tell you, you've made a declaration. You are coming for your children in Nyabohanse. We are waiting for you. Welcome to Nyabohanse. You will go back empty-handed. You will never find anything, and nobody is going to hear you. Let your people, like those chemicals and those things who send you things, let them like smear you with some money, because that is the only thing that you needed in these streets. But starting to cheat us that you need Madam Esther back, you don't have the power. You don't have the space where you can keep that madam. You are not like her class. You are not her type. And you are not meant for her. He was meant for Mr. Ondari. And kindly keep off from the Kisi community. If you need peace, keep off from the Kisi community. You've been talking about Kisi community. And in fact, like I'm ending this story, you call Mr. Ondari a tourist. You see, guys, if I know there are people the East fanatics never understood. He is calling Mr. Ondari a wife inerta. That is a tourist. Like in Korea, they call an inerta, that is a man who inerts women, umtuari. Now, like a tourist, that is a tourist. That is somebody who has just come to open up servers and is going to go. Like, that is very low of you, very foolish of you. Using such a sentiments at your age proves to us that you are very, very, very fool. You are a very big fool here. So guys, I don't want like to abuse this guy, but let him have some like discipline. Let him be disciplined. Let him be morally upright. And let him actually prove to the world that he's actually an old guy who is wise. But for now, this guy is very much desperate, regrettable, and all is becoming a very big professional beggar in the streets. From my side here, I say goodbye. Koherasnr. Let us actually watch this video from the start to the end, and let us always pray for peace to prevail in Nyabohanse. Kwaheri.